It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys.
I'm mad that we didn't get a proper remaster.
Of what?
I don't fucking know. I just wanted to be
Final
mad.
Fantasy X. I'm currently replaying playing the remaster of Skyward Sword, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm mad that we've gotten a new Crash sequel, but we haven't gotten a new Spyro sequel.
Right.
And I'm hoping, Toys for Bob, the one that did the remaster for both of them, since they're the ones that did the Crash.
Hoping they're listening to our podcast right now.
No, I'm just hoping that they're working on the new Spyro like they did for the new Crash. Be even
pretty dope.
Be even better. Is
Willies?
if Toys for Bob bought the rights to Gex, and they gave us the Gex trilogy remaster, and then they made us a new Gex game.
What I want them to
see Gex with a dick.
It'd be called OK Gexer.
Call back.
And we didn't even wait months to do it this time. It was next week.
I'm really hoping that somebody decides to remaster Infamous.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Dude, those were such good games.
Right?
Second Son was really fun, but it's not replayable.
No, it's not. And that was the biggest problem I had with it.
Yeah. Infamous and Infamous 2, especially Infamous 2, were super replayable.
And also had a badass DLC where you're a fucking vampire.
It
Ooh,
was
I love
so
fucking
good.
vampires.
Well, of course.
We know.
Oh, God. So, Brandon, I have bad news. They took down that favorite porno of mine again. It's gone.
Don't worry, you'll find it.
I did already. I found it somewhere else pretty quick. Didn't take me long. As soon as I found out it was gone, what do you think I did? I went and found it somewhere else. And I found out
You
what
just learn who the actors are in it.
I don't think they've been in anything else.
I think
you'd be
you have to learn
surprised.
who the director is and get the uncut version.
Ooh. Well, no, because there was no guys in it, so they couldn't have been uncut.
Wow.
Heyo.
Heyo, circumcision joke for the wins.
You guys know about duck dicks?
Yeah, we've talked about the duck dicks already.
No, we haven't. We haven't covered it as much as we should have, though.
I think Mark and I have talked about it.
I think we did.
We
The corkscrew penises and the inverted corkscrew
vaginas.
Yeah. What?
We covered how their dicks regrow every year.
Okay, no, we didn't cover that one.
There you go. Yeah.
What happens to their dicks where they have to regrow every year?
I guess they break off during mating.
They're like antlers.
Unlike 90% of birds,
they grow out
have
all
penises. Super long ones.
Yeah.
Hold on. They regrow their dicks and there ain't some doctor out there that's trying to figure out how can we
Google's
use this?
not really receptive on giving you back information when you type in duck dicks regrow every year.
Right.
Use Bing.
For example, the 1 pound foot-long Argentinian lake duck has the longest dick of all, with a member that is 4 inches longer than its body.
That's a goddamn rudder.
Did you really just say that you know the feeling, Jet?
Duck penises regrow every mating season. Once the season ends, the penis begins to shrink and regress until it's 10% of its full-grown size.
Oh, so they just get shrinkage, that's all.
They're stored inside the duck body, waiting to emerge only during copulation. The process generally resembles a cross between using your arm to avert a sweater sleeve that is inside out and unfurling the soft, motorized roof of a convertible sports car with a hydraulic drive.
That might be...
Who the fuck did they pay to make that analogy?
A 4-year-old? It kind of looks like when you try to put your hand through the sweater, or when you're putting up the convertible in my dad's car. Who?
That's Susanna Callahan.
Susanna Callahan sounds like a 4-year-old.
She's the author.
We're really just throwing around that term nowadays, aren't we?
Man, they'll just. I'm a blog writing author. I'm
Mark,
sorry.
you're technically an author.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh.
published, but I'm an author.
Yeah, you're an author, which I think anybody that wants to be an author should, I don't know, strive for something better.
I mean, shit. If I can be an author, pretty much fucking anybody can, right?
Yeah, right. And at that point, it's
Why
not
would
really
you
that.
want
Yeah, why would you want to?
Would you really want to be associated with someone like me? For all the
I mean-
for all of you out there thinking about becoming a podcaster, look at me and ask yourself, is this what you really want?
Because guess
And
what?
no
You
matter
don't.
what your answer is, it's no.
The answer is no. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
But if you too want to start a podcast, you more than likely will also get divorced.
If you two want
I
to
got
start
divorced
a podcast,
before
but
the
you're not
podcast, you
sure where to
douchebag.
start, we would like to welcome you to the brand newly minted Sleepy Network.
If you want to use a podcast, use Anchor.
Fox Anchor.
We should really redo that commercial.
We had a commercial.
We do.
Anchor is the
Every
distribution
episode
service that
has
we
the
use.
same commercial.
Yeah, we need to
You
update
guys
that.
don't just fast forward through that shit?
I do. I mean, I don't really listen to it on anything since, I'm the editor and shit, so.
People pay to have this?
We've made money. Yeah, we've made some money off of this already. It's crazy.
We've
Well, the
made a
good
whole
news is it
75
turns out-
cents.
I'm not the worst investor on earth then.
Times that by 10, Brandon.
$7.50?
We have, yeah, I was
Fuck
going to
yeah.
say, we have, wow, all right.
Wow.
We're rolling in it now. We can get a meal.
We can get only at some places now that'll barely get you a meal.
That doesn't even cover a fucking Subway footlong anymore.
Do
That's
they
not
still
true.
they still do the 5 for 5 at Arby's?
Yeah,
You can get a fucking meal.
true that.
That would almost cover the price of the spicy chicken sandwich meal at Popeyes, which is fucking delicious.
Yeah, but it won't cover it if you do it the way I do, where you get the side of coleslaw and then slap some coleslaw on that bad boy.
And then
I
he
mean,
gets some
Won't
biscuits
even
and
cover
gravy
it
with the
if you
sausage and
do
the
just a
gravy.
regular one.
What, Jeff?
It won't cover it even if you just do a regular one with the fries as your side. It's like $8 and change.
Well,
I know,
well
I
worth
get
it,
it.
though.
Oh, it's so good.
Jeff, the first 2 times I had it, I was with you.
Yeah, same here. I love how, by the way, the first time either of us had that fucking sandwich was when we were on our way to Louisiana. So we stop at the Louisiana chain restaurant on the way to Louisiana.
Louisiana's fast.
And then when we're leaving Louisiana, we also stopped there.
It just made sense.
Look, I know sometimes like KFC, even though it says like Kentucky Fried Chicken in there.
Do you go there when you're in Kentucky?
No, I've never been to Kentucky, but there's
What's
not
in
like
Kentucky?
there's not like an influx of Kentucky Fried Chickens like once you start getting to like Tennessee or like up in that
God.
area. But the same cannot be said for Popeyes, because as soon as you
Yeah.
cross, they're everywhere. There's more Popeyes than there are Starbucks.
The McDonald's.
Hey, Brandon, do you want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Kentucky
That
Fried
thing's
Chicken
just
wasn't
grown every
founded
year.
in Kentucky.
Right. No, I know. But
Do you know
like,
where it was?
I don't care.
Like,
Utah?
it was like 2 miles away from where I grew up. Like, I've been to the original KFC before.
You want to know another fun fact?
Nobody cares? Is that what you were
No.
going to say?
You know how they're famous for their 11 herbs and spices?
Yeah.
It's only 5. No, I'm kidding.
KFC's Twitter account only has 11 followers, or it only follows 11 people. And a guy realized that. I was like, is that because of the 11 herbs and spices? And when he asked that, the KFC then had a painting commissioned for him of him getting a piggyback ride from the Colonel.
Do you know what those 11 people that they followed were?
I don't know.
I do. I actually know the answer. It's
Was it the Spice Girls?
it's 5 Spice Girls and 6 people named Herb.
That makes it even better.
Yeah, the guy. That's why the guy got the whatever the commission painting was because
That's
he
so
pieced
amazing.
that together.
I wish that they would have unfollowed one of those people and then started following him.
Oh, that would have been so much better. I wish
I
they would have
mean,
just been like, well, we got a new director of marketing. Like pulling this is the Kentucky Fried Chicken version of pulling the sword from the stone.
You know what I wish they would bring back at KFC?
I wish they had commissioned a painting of that, but it was him pulling a giant chicken leg out of a stone.
And the Colonel's like King,
It
is
would-
like
It
Merlin
would have
behind him.
been the most American painting.
Oh my god! Based on a English myth.
Yeah, what's more American than appropriating somebody else's stories?
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm sorry, Johnny Appleseed was not an appropriation. Paul Bunyan, John Henry.
You're telling me Paul Bunyan, a giant who also had a giant blue ox, you're telling me that didn't clearly come from the Native Americans?
Are the Native Americans not the original Americans?
Actually, yeah.
Eat an ass.
No, but it's the way you went about it, saying, "Oh, well, we didn't appropriate it. We just borrowed it."
They never specified what color Paul Bunyan was. That was just Disney.
Disney's
just said-
not the only ones that did art for Paul Bunyan.
Look, all they said was he was 50-something axe handles high. His feet were on the ground and his head was in the sky. Hey, Paul Bunyan, and there was a blue ox, and he carried an axe. If anything, I'd say it's more Viking than anything.
Right, because what I always remember about reading was
anyone
Paul
who's
the
not a-
Viking.
No,
You think
giants
anyone
with
who's
axes.
Not a
That's
wasp has the first name Paul? Come on. Is that a racist term?
I didn't even
did
hear what you
this on
said.
your own. What did you say?
I didn't even hear what Jeff
wasp?
said.
Is wasp a racist term?
What's a wasp?
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant?
Oh
Mhm.
no, you can't be racist towards white people.
Everyone
good.
knows
Fuck
that.
those honkies.
I want that on a shirt, and I've wanted that on a shirt for a while.
Fuck those
Fuck
honkies.
Yes.
But you got to have a blushing face underneath it so that it's
Oh.
like, really fuck them honkies.
So there was this time in college when we were at the mall in town, and I saw the most racist shirt not the most racist shirt I've ever seen, but a very racist shirt, which was
Yeah,
really awkward.
and
'Cause it
now
was
you
on
want to
an
read
8-year-old.
it. You want to read it to us verbatim.
It was like between 6 and 8-year-old kid, and he was wearing like a powder blue shirt, and in white it had a great white shark on it, and it said, "It's great to be white."
Oh no.
Yeah. And it was like,
Cool.
oh, that is definitely not racist.
Yep.
So this one
Mark,
time,
do you want to talk about dicks?
I actually wanted to talk about something. We can get to dicks, but
sporting goods?
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Did y'all see the meteorite that came into the atmosphere over Texas?
No.
Fuck?
Nope.
God damn it.
So because this,
catch it?
getting back to, so this happened, I mean, they say North Texas on Sunday, but there was, what made me think of this, because I pulled up a video that's like a compilation of all the little like footage of it that they've gotten. But last week, I was driving on 35 and I saw something go across the sky, and it's real quick, like shooting star kind of deal, but it was far too low, for it to be like it. I was like, wow, that was the biggest shooting star I've ever seen. But another one happened on Sunday.
Brandon, I think it's pretty arrogant of you to not assume that these are aliens. It'd be speciest.
He's fucking deep.
I'm just tired of being disappointed that it's not aliens.
Can they just come and destroy the planet already?
Or better yet, bring
Um,
their fine ass women and let us mate with them.
oh, right, because if I was an alien race, what I would want to do is have our women mate with idiots.
No, they're going for the ducks.
I mean, I don't blame them. Did you know that
long
that
curly
one
cute
duck,
dick.
there's a duck that's their dick's 10% bigger than their buddy?
Also, by the way, uh, another part of the article that I forgot to read, out loud at least, if two male ducks are going after the same female duck, they each grow bigger dicks.
Ever had a dick off?
I mean, I guess technically they do, considering it has to regrow it
You want to
later.
have a dick off, bro? Supposed to have a dick off, bro.
Just so everyone's aware, when I get down to Austin, we're gonna have a dick off. We're gonna compare dick sizes and see who's got the
That's
best.
actually how the Canadians came up with the term Donnybrook.
Of course
I thought
it
that
is.
the Irish came up with the term Donnybrook.
That also works. I don't care.
Also, wasn't that just like the original idea for this podcast?
Have a dick off?
I mean, let's be real here. The original plan for this podcast was to talk about like geeky news and shit, and we never did.
We tried, and then we were like, this isn't fun. It's better to make fun of one another.
Yeah, like we just got to the
There's
point
a
where we're
fun
just like,
fact for all our listeners. Not sure if you guys knew this, but dicks are super geeky.
it's like the second geekiest thing out there, right next to the vagina.
Typically, dicks are extremely geeky.
I mean, there's a reason that whale penises are called dorks.
You guys do know what a geek technically is, right?
Bend over, I'll show you.
So a geek was a circus sideshow attraction where someone would bite the heads off live chickens. The person who did that was called a geek,
Good for them. I'm glad that they're really out there living their best life.
right? So Brandon, your meteorite.
Oh, no, I'm
Oh
done.
yeah, that's what we were talking about.
All right.
Was that the same event where you thought you got shot?
What?
That's still such a crazy fucking story, dude.
Oh,
when you were-
no, that wasn't the same night. No. It still freaks me out. I still think about that. I'm like, how? How did this
You should still
happen?
be freaked out, man. What if that thing, what if a piece of the tire just fucking hit you in the side of the head? You're the only one in that car going, 70 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
It would... What? No, it happened in the car.
Okay. And if a piece of tire explodes and hits you in the head while you're driving a car at 70 miles an hour, you're probably going to get a little confused, lose control of the car, and bad things happen.
Brandon,
I mean-
you'd scream like a bitch, you'd grab your head, and then suddenly you just don't make it the next day.
I'm not trusting y'all to drive anymore if y'all are that jumpy where you immediately just run off the road.
I'm taking everyone down
Brandon,
with me.
It's a piece of pretty thick rubber hitting you incredibly fast. I'm assuming you would have
How-
been concussed. If it hit you in the head?
Jeff,
I mean,
hold on. I don't think you understand physics.
I mean, I'm kind of on
You
Jeff's
want,
side
so
about this.
let me see if I get this straight. If something in my car blows up or even just explodes, like let's say a little piece of that tire did hit me, you honestly think that would be going as fast as the car, which my body
No,
is
I'm not
also attached to?
No. Okay, Mr. Theory of Relativity, I understand that. I'm not saying that the tire's hitting you at 70 miles an hour. I am saying the tire would hit you hard enough that if it hit you in the temple, I would still assume it could be a strong enough force to concuss you. Or
How
at
big
least-
do you think these tires were? Do you think I had
Like
a
2 feet?
truck tire in the
foot and a
back of the
half?
car?
No, I'm assuming you had a giant dolly with like a 1.5 foot diameter tire.
No, Jeff, you've seen the dollies that we use. The little carts?
Oh, I thought you used a different type of dolly.
No.
Hang on. I thought you used like,
Even if that was the case, I mean, yes, a bigger tire obviously would add to the force to the impact, but not like huge chunks flew off. I mean, it's tiny little pieces.
I
Like,
like to think that if Brandon had died from
It was
this,
that type
that
of
the
knowledge.
obituary would say something to the
no,
effect
it
of,
was not that at all.
Oh, and Mark, the obituary would say Jeff was right.
The obituary wouldn't say anything to that nature because this conversation would have never happened.
I don't know, man, because now I'm really trying to find a way to murder you with an exploding tire.
oh man, I was going to think of murdering it with an explosion of some type, but I didn't even think of it about a tire. Speaking of explosions that could have killed someone, do y'all remember that scene in Hancock where he's getting a blowjob in his trailer and
Oh yeah, no, that
like he had to push her off because otherwise it was going to be like she took a shotgun to the back of her head? Like how
I'm
Don't
really,
remember
I'm
that part
really,
of the movie.
I'm personally am really upset that we never got a scene like that in Smallville that explained how Clark knew that that was something he couldn't do.
The fuck normal one when he'd have to use a kryptonite condom, but that would kill him.
Can you
Or
imagine if he
you
got
just hope that your girlfriend gets superpowers like you, and then you just fuck everywhere to the point where it sounds like there's a goddamn sonic boom happening.
You
Well, I
mean
mean-
when Snyder wrote Superman and him and Wonder Woman fucking killed millions of people?
I was talking about, you're talking about Frank Miller.
I say Snyder, I meant
you
Miller.
said
did.
Snyder for sure.
But I get where
No,
you're
no.
coming from. No, I'm talking about in Smallville when Lana gets
I
superpowers.
forgot about that. I forgot
I
that's how
mean-
she got him.
Let's be honest here. Like when Superman and Wonder Woman end up getting together in Kingdom Come, it's not because, they love each other. It's just like they can't really have sex with anyone else.
Well, and also
Well-
because isn't Lois dead or something? Like,
Oh, everyone, yeah, pretty much everyone had died at that point. That was important. But like, that's one of the things is Superman
He
gets
had a
stronger
shotgun blast cum shot.
yeah,
Forgot
well,
about
like Superman gets stronger as time goes by. So like the longer he's alive, the more deadly those super cums get.
I mean, at that point, even pre-cum could just kill you.
Yeah. Are you proud of me for not saying
Well,
cummies? I really
look at,
wanted to, but I didn't.
Look at
I was
what's his
proud
name?
of you, and then all of
Spider-Man.
that went away as soon as you said it again.
Yeah, Spider-Man Reign. That's one of my favorite story
Was it
arcs.
Rain? I thought it was Requiem.
No, it's Reign.
Spider-Man Reigns
Yeah.
where Spider-Man,
Radioactive
Mary
Jim?
Jane dies of radioactive semen.
Best way to get radiation poisoning you can get, I think.
I mean, I think it's weird that there was so many radioactive boaters around her when she died, but
What?
the radioactive semen killed her.
God damn it.
Hey, Mark, 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff.
Sorry. I'm really proud of that
I was reminded
one.
this story a little while ago. About in college, my friends and I, well, not my friends, my fraternity brothers and I, we would always have,
These fucking assholes I lived with.
yeah, those guys. We had a barn dance every year where we just go to the middle of nowhere, Illinois, and have a party at a barn.
So you went to Illinois.
Yeah, pretty much. Illinois sucks. Don't ever go there. But I was reminded of this one story where this one guy, Mark, no, this one guy, I'll call him John. John was a smaller guy, like I would say maybe 120 when he was in college. Like he was a real small, skinny guy. And one night he decides it's going to be really funny to just like kind of keep poking this other guy, Alex. Not like in the face, not anything annoying like that. Just keeps poking him in the arm. Alex was like one of the stronger guys in the house. He just kept being like, dude, come on, cut it out. Cut it out. And eventually he's just like, all right, that's it. And he starts chasing him, John around there. But this is, like I said, literally the middle of nowhere, Illinois. Like you don't see lights anywhere except this barn anywhere. So John's running, looking over his shoulder while Alex is chasing him. And eventually John runs into a fucking grill. Like one of those ones that's like outside and, it's a big hunking piece of metal like screwed into the ground and stuff. And so John's obviously not feeling the best. And he walks up to one of the guys in our house who is a paramedic, and he goes, "Hey," "Hey, cowboy, I think I pissed myself." Cowboy looks down and goes,
Oh no.
"Holy shit, you're gonna need stitches."
No.
And John almost cut his dick off.
Oh,
running
shit.
dick first into a grill. So then, for the following, like, he did have to get stitches. And then following that, for his recovery, he had to wrap his dick in saran wrap to take a shower.
Oh,
But also,
oh no.
we kept showing him porn to try and get him to have a hard on because it would hurt.
You're
You are the
You're the
fucking worst, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I love to fuck with Mark and like, you guys, but I would never ever do that. Like, holy shit, you gotta have a line.
Oh, what's that?
It's typically white powder you have on a nice little mirror thing, and
She no like.
cocaine.
Dang.
God damn it, this is the whitest fucking show.
Oh god, it's gonna get worse than you know it.
Our show?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We have Key.
When we have Key.
Yeah, when we have Key.
Also, I think that's like the equivalent of like, I'm not racist, I got a black friend.
Yeah, Mark, this is not boding well for you. You're 2 for 2 tonight. So, quick topic change, because this isn't going to get any better. Have y'all watched Gunpowder Milkshake yet?
The fuck is Gunpowder Milkshake?
It's the new Karen Gillan film.
Who?
Oh,
On
I
Netflix?
I saw
Oh.
that. I haven't watched it yet.
No, I
It's
haven't.
so good.
Of course it is. It's Karen.
Yeah.
It's Amy Pond.
Yeah. And
That,
she kills a lot of people.
That Game of Thrones?
No.
Isn't one of the Game of Thronesers in there?
Yes. Yes.
Which Game of Thrones are?
The one that fucks her brother.
Cersei?
That's the one.
She was also in Judge Dredd.
Wait, is
It
she?
was also Sarah Connor.
I don't think she was. in
Oh,
this movie.
she did. Okay, no. That's
Which one were you
Daenerys.
saying?
That's not Daenerys. She didn't fuck her brother. She fucked her cousin. It's different.
I'm interested in
Game of
seeing
Thrones?
how this...
Amy's her brother. I'm talking about Lena Headey.
Okay, she didn't... Where did I get confused? Let's backtrack. I got confused somewhere along their way.
One of you guys doesn't believe me that she's Sarah Connor because yes, Daenerys was Sarah Connor, but
Oh, you're right. She was in the Sarah Connor Chronicles, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, Lena Headey is in it.
Yeah, you're right. I was wrong. Fuck.
I forgot that was her in that.
that was the one where I think she even forgot she was her in that. That was the one where Summer Glau was the Terminator.
Yeah.
Summer Glau. That was what's her face from Serenity?
River
God.
Tam.
I remember for the longest time she had the weirdest shaped head.
I remember for the longest time being very attracted to her.
I mean, you can be attracted to weird shaped heads. It's fine.
Let's be honest. I'm not attracted to like normal stuff.
So anyways, y'all should definitely watch Gunpowder Milkshake.
I forgot that's where the conversation started.
Yeah, same.
It's really, really good.
I love good movies. I still need to watch that zombie one that Jeff talked about
Trying to remember which one.
with Dave Bautista.
Batista.
That's what Batista. Sorry, Batista.
Yeah, the
You're
the
not
one on
sorry.
Netflix
You know what you did.
where they robbed a Vegas casino. Zombie heist?
Yeah. Zombie.
Army of the Dead.
That's the one.
Chet comes in for the win on that one.
Have you seen Dead Snow?
Yeah. Ted Snow's great.
Is that the Nazi one?
Yeah.
That's the zombies. The Nazi
Yeah.
zombies.
I haven't seen that one, but I've heard not great
It's
things.
It's so bad, it's good.
Amazing.
Have you guys seen? Did you guys ever see Train to Busan?
No.
No, but
Yeah,
I do hear
bro.
it's good.
Top 5.
I've seen snakes on a train.
It's not even a little
on
bit
a
the
plane?
same thing.
Huh?
I mean, Snakes on a
Snakes on
Plane.
a Plane.
Nope, Snakes on a Train.
That's because Cobra Starship wrote that song. I don't know where I was going to go with the rest of that, but that song was awful and I fucking loved it.
Did you guys watch the sequel to Train to Busan?
No, it's on my
It's
list of
not-
things
it's
to
not
do.
that good.
It's like, okay, it's incredibly different than like the original Train to Busan.
Well, it's a sequel.
It's racist.
No, it's
I
like,
love it.
it goes Fast and Furious, really.
Oh, fuck.
I will
it turns
say
into
Train
a
to
superhero movie.
No, because Train to Busan was a very slow burn for the film, but from what I've seen in the trailers and stuff for Peninsula, it gets like they go to the more classic versions of zombies films.
Oh no, they still run like they still like the zombies still run. It's just that like there's like a huge car chase scene, and then there's like
Yeah.
a zombie fight club.
So they just took a bunch of stuff from Walking Dead.
I hate everything.
Yeah, but it's like it's still a good movie. It's just like it's not Train to Busan.
Mhm. No, it's Peninsula.
The Zombie
Yeah.
Fight Club's a good movie.
What?
That's from Train to Busan.
No. I get it. I get what you're saying, but like, I hate the Fast and the Furious movies. So
I
have a
hate.
hard time.
Oh, yeah, I hate just about everything about the Fast and the Furious movies, except for Dwayne The Rock
I
Johnson.
liked Hobbs and Shaw.
Never saw it.
It was
The
really
last one I
good.
saw was
It like good in a bad, like it was bad, but in like the best ways.
Well, I mean, it was Jason Statham and fucking The Rock. Of course, it was gonna be bad in all the best ways.
Yeah, and then also you had God dang it, son of a bitch.
Idris
Is it
Elba.
Gonzalez?
Yeah, you had Idris. Well, I wasn't forgetting Idris Elba.
I'm Black
Roman
Superman,
Reigns?
he said.
Looperman.
Looperman. That sounds almost offensive.
Trying to decide if it was after I said it.
Yeah.
I
You should know. You should know ahead of time.
Oh no, I know, but as we all know, I often speak without thinking. What I
Can
was
confirm.
gonna say is, dude, everyone who was flipping out about the idea of Idris Elba being James Bond, it's like he
So
is,
dumb. It's all I wanted. As soon
He
as
is-
that rumor went around, all
my
I
God,
wanted was
right?
him to be Bond.
He is like the epitome of like that
Wow.
suave, sexy Britishness,
Badass.
you know?
He's aware of the effect he has on women.
I also hope he's aware of the effect that he has on me.
Yeah.
Oh, the gay effect he puts on you?
Hey,
I don't know if it's a gay effect so much as it's a want to come right now effect.
Like, I want him to penetrate me and then leave me on the couch like the sloppy slut I am.
Does
that make me-
He
Does that
doesn't
make me
have.
gay?
He doesn't have to be loving. He doesn't even have to stay to cuddle. I mean,
I mean, there's only one guy I've ever felt that way about, and
I feel
it's
like he would. Henry Cavill, correct.
no Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Man, could you imagine watching Idris Elba and Henry Cavill get it on?
No.
no, it's never something I've thought about. But you know what? They both would have a British
It
accent.
wasn't something I thought about until right now.
They're both just like, scrumptious.
They're somehow both the top at the exact same time.
I don't know
They're
how
both-
that works, but I'm impressed.
They're both like
Right.
they're both like submissive tops. That's how I imagine it. Like neither of them really initiate it.
One shoves their dick into the other one's dick hole.
It's just called
Like
holy
ultimate
shit.
docking.
That's goddamn.
J Squares, I love how like you don't say a lot, but when you do.
When he shows up for the
You come
party,
in
he fucking
full.
brings it, man.
Oh man.
Oh my god, I got somebody on Grindr asked if I wanted to dock him the other day.
And
And I was like, nah, dude, you're not my type. And he said, what is your type? And I said,
he just sent a picture of me.
I mean, sure, the guy looked like Henry Cavill. He was fucking jacked. He had an 18
what's
pack.
wrong with you?
I'm just kidding. He was
It was actually just It was just a
It
mirror.
was Henry Cavill.
It was actually somebody that stole Mark's information and was trying to catfish him.
No, it's more like they
It's
looked
one
like
of the many women he's catfished.
they had a build very similar to mine, except they were about 5'2",
Ooh.
and I was
Oh,
like,
so they were a gorilla.
basically.
That's more of a baboon at that point.
Nah, baboons aren't chubby. They're all very lean and muscular and fucking sexy.
Like an otter.
Yeah, like an otter.
A baby butter pop.
No, not a baby otter pop.
Oh, oh no.
Otters are terrifying creatures.
They're
They
rapists.
are.
They rape baby
So are
seals today.
dolphins.
Dolphins are horrible. I think we've definitely talked about this at some point.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of rape.
Oh god.
Oh God, Jeff, Jesus.
Right? Blizzard, World of Warcraft. They're not doing the best right now, huh?
So
What
go into
happened?
details because we don't know what's
You
going on.
These
messaged
guys-
us earlier, and then I had
Guys.
no idea what you were talking about.
So they're currently in the middle of a lawsuit that is basically extending over the length of 2 years of research into what they've been doing.
Uh-oh.
And over 800 employees have signed a letter saying how pissed off they are with their handling of this whole thing. But what it is it's just a horrible pattern of sexual harassment and abuse. They, men would openly talk about, talk about women, but not just like talk about women, but like flat out be talking about women's breasts and their asses and things like that. Evidently, it was common just for guys to make, and not even like the execs, like random guys in the office to make just unsolicited, out of nowhere.
So
rape.
they normalized rape culture to an extent
Exactly.
where it was just rampant and everybody, like all the
Literally,
dudes were
guys were
doing
just
it.
making rape jokes to
Gross.
right?
Jesus fucking Christ.
One of the COO, I think it was so bad that they called his office the Cosby Suite.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Another, I think the CTO, but definitely another chief officer was known to, like, there was multiple people reported seeing him at a company holiday party, walking around drunkenly groping women who had like passed out and stuff.
No.
how fucked as a company do you have to be that you're not, like, individuals aren't getting Me Too'd, it's the entire company.
And the majority of them are your fucking chief officers.
Yeah. So,
Oh, shit.
well, with
so-
that in mind, fucking kudos to everybody that fucking spoke up. Jesus, because that is
Well,
not.
the thing is, this has been going on for like 12 years.
Oh,
So yeah,
Jesus
they're speaking
Christ.
up, but I mean, they're just starting to. Like the
I mean,
lawsuit's been going.
It sucks, but at least they. I mean,
Agree. I do very much agree with you there. So yeah,
the only way shit gets better is if this stuff gets talked about, and like it's infuriating that it took so long, but at least
True.
it was one of those, like, God, it's one of those like shitty things. It was like, this all sucks, but at least the information got out, you
Right.
know.
Well,
But
and so
it's-
then their
oh,
response
Jesus.
to it originally was like, that never happened. And
Oh
was-
no.
And then and tried like covering it up and shit, which that's not a good call.
But
then,
that's not a
like-
good look. That's not good.
Yeah, they tried like saying
That just
it never
actively
happened.
means that nobody learned a goddamn thing.
Well, and that's the thing. Then it went public. So then they started being like, "Oh, we're so sorry to hear about this." Blah blah blah. And it was because of their reaction to all of it. That's why the over 800 employees signed a letter. They were so angry about the reaction to all of it.
Right. Jesus.
Yeah, man.
So
And, like-
I mean,
I don't know.
where are we at with this process? I mean,
That's the thing. The lawsuit's been filed. We'll see if anything
Okay.
comes of it.
Gotcha. And that's kind of what we're waiting for now, just to see what
Yeah.
happens next. God
Yep.
damn.
Come on,
Fuck.
nerds are supposed to be the good ones.
Here's the thing: is
Hold
nine
on a
times out of
second.
10,
No.
9 times out of 10, those guys are like, I'm not like other guys. I know how to treat a lady. They treat
Yeah,
women
you're
just as
no.
shitty as everyone else.
Yeah, the guys that are like, oh, see, this is the why. I mean, if girls liked nice guys, you know.
Yeah, it's the
Nice guyers.
Nice guys are the worst. They're fucking Ed Sheerans of the world.
Oh man.
They're all gingers.
They do a really good song with Hoodie Allen.
I mean, these things are all possible. Clearly.
Well, and Brandon, like literally as I was saying, like nice guy, like nerd culture, we're supposed to be like the fun, accepting ones. But like right after I said that, I was like, oh right, you remember all your friends who are female cosplayers and how they have super fun at cons?
Yeah, they're always like super relaxed and never worried about anything, never having to tell people to fuck off and not touch
mean-
them
How
and
they're
like
never
respect
graphs.
boundaries. It's never happened.
There's definitely a reason that you're not
There's
around.
certainly not giant banners hanging from the ceilings that say cosplay is not consent.
I mean, there's definitely not a reason that you can't put your arm around the Disney princesses in Disneyland anymore.
No, there's certainly not a reason why you can't just walk up to a woman with a tattoo that you like and just touch her.
Well, I mean,
Poor
Robin
Pete. He's
has
not even here to defend himself.
what?
You were here for that. No, it was when we were at a convention and Key went up and tapped a girl on the shoulder to tell her that he really liked her tattoo, and she was just like,
How
"How
about
about
you
we
don't
don't
touch
touch me?"
people?
Jeff, you were here when he told that story.
Gotta start, paying attention.
Yeah, man, like
Holy
yesterday
shit.
I went with a date with a girl and she was saying how like every like computer store she goes to, how like every dude like they don't know how to act.
Did you find her
That's
through the
like
cartel
the
too?
joke of it.
Nah.
Well, I mean, like that's
Here's-
supposed to be like the joke of it that guys are so awkward, and being awkward
yeah.
around a girl's one thing, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but then like
harassing
being just
them-
a asshole. Yeah.
You
Hello,
can't- no, like,
my lady. I want to pay you good money for me to sniff your panties, m'lady.
how often do you wear those shoes, m'lady?
Those clean socks, m'lady.
Dora.
And JP, what's with all this milady stuff?
Who the fuck is JP?
Grandma's boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Forgot about that.
I thought you were just talking to Jet the wrong way.
No.
What? Oh no, it's not just like oh gosh, I can't even imagine just how bad it is at like computer stores, because I see it all the time going to liquor stores and stuff, like how employees
God.
talk to women who are looking like they just talk down to them like just like essentially as if like a kindergartner just walked in there. Oh, it's so awful. I
Right,
hate it so
honey.
much.
What do you need help with? What did your husband send you here for?
Oh, bless your heart. Oh, here, let me tell you what you should get, kind of thing. And then they just tell her like one of two things happens. One,
I mean, you
they
probably
tell
don't
her
even
the
know
worst
Scott,
thing
do
to
you?
get, and they like play it up like this. It's this amazing thing, and just like, oh, well, you just have to, and they just use it as an excuse to push their shittiest product, or they
Smirnoff Ice.
go the completely different way and they just tell her to get like this super expensive thing because that's the only way that you can truly enjoy whiskey.
The Total Wine I go to, there's a couple of really cute girls that work there, and every time I go in, I'm just like, oh, how many creepy guys do you have to deal with?
Every time Jeff goes in, he's like, "Oh, these guys aren't going to be able to help me out at all. They don't know anything about booze."
And how much better am I than they are? Oh.
Can we? I'm sorry. I want to just
Wait.
derail real quick.
No, so this actually gets worse because one time when I was leaving, one of them was walking to her car, and a dude was still like following her to her car. I was like,
Ooh.
oh dear God, no, that's bad. That's really not. And it wasn't like at night. It was like 4 p.m. because I go to liquor stores at 4 p.m.
I mean, well, what else are you supposed to do on a Tuesday?
Anyway, Mark, you wanted
So
to derail.
this mentality of the customer is always right.
You mean people who have never worked in
Any
any
kind of
sort of
services,
service?
Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
Baby.
That mentality. What did she bring you?
She brought me sweet
Versus
tart
Hannah
ropes.
Platter.
Sweet tart ropes.
Yeah. It's like a little like the gummy ropes, but it's got like the sweet tart powder inside of it.
Ooh, I've seen nerd ropes.
They're
I've seen
so
nerd
good.
ropes. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so this mentality of the customer always being right has, well, let me just say it's driving me back to drinking again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there's a reason Karens are a direct result of that.
Mm-hmm. I was at the store the other day going grocery shopping, and this lady was in there. Like this is the kind of shit that you would see on like a Comedy Central sketch. Like you don't see this shit in real life. This bitch was in there yelling at this like 16-year-old girl. Like this is her first job. Like probably her first day on the job. And this woman is just yelling at her, berating her, like, your parents should have fucking aborted you, this, that, and the other.
What?
Yeah, oh yeah, just the worst kind of shit to say to anybody.
So
And
what you're saying is a real classy bra.
a real classy bitch, yeah. So finally the girl goes to the back and gets her manager, and the manager comes out and is like, first of all, like, what's the problem here? And the lady was like, I'm trying to return this item I purchased not 2 days ago, and your little fucking cunt little frontliner didn't want to
Did she
accept the
actually
return.
drop the C word?
Oh, she straight up dropped the C word.
Oh.
And the manager takes a look at the receipt, and he said, ma'am, the store that you want to return this to is right next door. Now I'm going to ask you to walk out those doors and never come back into our shop after the way you treated my employee. And then, Karen obviously went off again about that, like, oh, this is the worst fucking way to handle, like, I've never seen such
Or handling?
such poor handling of any situation in my life. And, like, it got to the point where security came and escorted her out.
I'll tell you what, if I were that manager, I wouldn't have even looked at her receipt. I would have been like, no, you are absolutely, I don't care if you are entitled to a refund. I'm not even going to listen to you. Get out of my fucking store.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly how I feel. And I'm just like at what point actually I can tell you about when this all kind of shifted. Did we become so fucking shitty to each other as a nation? And I mean, it goes back to this saying, I don't remember if it was like Aristotle or something like that, that says like, strong men make easy times. Easy times make strong men complacent. Complacent men become weak men. Weak men create hard times. We went through a period where we had strong men with World War II, World War I, World War II. And then all throughout like the 50s and 60s, we really just like as a nation rested on our laurels. And that's when that whole mentality of, the customer's always right. And the Karens started populating our nation. And now we're stuck in this fucking cycle of just Karens treating everyone like assholes and us giving Karens what they want.
So I think one of the issues of that as well, that really started during Vietnam War was they also stopped, like, you hear about war, you get the stats and stuff like that, but they don't, like, show any of the stuff anymore. Like, you used to actually see what the people who are fighting wars are going through. So then even if you're...
Oh, well, hold on. I mean,
fighting.
yes and no. I mean, Vietnam War was the first time that we ever saw a war like on our TV screens.
Yes, but I mean,
there were
World
things
War I
like
and World War II, they were showing it at movies.
they were showing it at movies, but it was all like newsreel propaganda stuff. They weren't showing you like dead bodies. Like fucking the
I don't know, I
Vietnam
saw
War,
Chris
you saw dead bodies on your fucking TV screens.
Well, you're not wrong, and I mean that's also part of the reason why they don't show you that sort of stuff anymore. Is because
Also,
it's also
even
like,
still, any stuff that was shown from World War II or World War One, like they didn't have a ton of film crews and journalists over there like what happened on the same level that happened with the Vietnam War.
What are you talking about? I saw a dude punch Adolf Hitler in the face over 300 times.
Are you talking about?
Star Spangled Man with the Plan.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That didn't happen over there. That happened in the United States.
That doesn't sound right.
Okay, yeah, like they got Adolf Hitler to fly over to the States just so Captain America could punch him 300 times. Okay.
Gotta admit, Brandon, that's a pretty big plot hole in your whole story.
You conspiracy theorists and your bullshit.
He probably thinks the Earth is round too.
Everyone knows the Earth is banana-shaped.
Please don't do this. I don't want those fucking dumbass flat earthers coming around here.
Oh my God, I would love it.
I was quoting Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I'll leave the podcast if that happens.
You
Brandon,
can have one as a special guest.
All right. So, by the way,
Special has a different term there, doesn't it?
yeah, it sure does. We can't say certain words anymore because we shouldn't because it's demeaning. But if there was ever a time that we could or should.
And should we just start using flat earther in place for
dumbass.
I think
some of
no.
those
I would agree. I think it's time that we just start making flat earther a fucking insult.
I think we should just start inviting people on the show, like flat earthers and other people like that, and just have them sit down and just grill them with all of our anti their thought belief stuff, just to see how fast they dig themselves into a hole. But every time that they come on the show, all right, so today's dumbass guest, we got fucking Dr. Jeremy fucking Fisher. He's a flat earther, and he's going to tell us exactly why the Earth is flat.
He's going to tell us the university he made up to get a doctorate.
Anybody can call themselves a doctor.
A lot of people
Mark's
go to
got a doctorate
college
in
for 7
coming.
years.
Yeah, they're called doctors.
I'm actually considering just going for my doctorate at this point.
In what? You have to write a thesis, right?
What?
You have to write a thesis, right?
Yeah, I'll write a thesis on creative writing. My whole thesis, it good, keep do.
Fire hot.
Fire hot, burn hand, not good. Don't do.
Yeah, my mom wrote a thesis. I actually have it, but I have never read it.
Thanks for that contribution to this conversation.
My mom's a doctor.
Oh,
In what?
Something with education, I don't know.
Dr. Jeff's mom, we're so proud of you.
She's way
Sorry
smart.
that you didn't raise a smart enough son to take any care or wherewithal to what you actually did with your life, but...
God, way to
think
use a big fucking word.
Well, I know that the thing she was doing at the end was basically principal coaching.
How are you
would
going to
you
coach a
apparent-
principal? They don't take
Do you
sports.
think
They're
they
in charge
just
of a school.
Know how to do their
What are
job
you
right when they get
talking
there?
about, Mark? Every every principal we ever had in Friendswood was a coach of something at one point.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Wait, J Squares, didn't you have a story for us?
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell it now. So, wondering,
And it goes a little something like this.
okay, so you guys are wondering, oh, why did you, get, a hooker and all? Because, I'm such a virgin.
Hold on. When did
We're
we...
looping back to this shit. Yeah.
But we're going back to this.
No, okay, I'll do a circle. It might be an oval, but, I promise, it's like a circle. So, I'm just...
So happy right now.
Fuck.
Oh.
Hey, so you know how you guys had been wondering? No, we hadn't. We've moved on. But that's okay. I guess we'll relive it.
So,
That was a fucking nightmare
the
for
reason
me.
why I'm such a virgin is because I surround myself.
Because you haven't had sex yet. That's what makes you a virgin.
And you're a
Got you
simp.
there.
No. It's not a virgin as in the actual virginity stuff. I'm talking about virginity as
Awkward. The word you're looking for is
No.
awkward.
You do what gym bros do with being a gym bro. You make virginity your whole personality.
Isn't that literally an incel?
You're essentially a vegan, but with virginity. You can't go 5 minutes without talking about how virgin-y you are.
See, his
He's at
difference
the-
is instead of not being able to eat meat, he can't give out his meat.
He's at the store and the guy in front of him is buying him a box of condoms. He's like, as a virgin, I find that very offensive.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
words.
Tell your fucking
Okay,
story,
so
Jet.
the reason why like I'm a virgin is because like I
He
surround
sees
myself.
a woman getting birth control, and he goes, if you were with me, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Okay, so like it's because I surround myself with people who are also virgins, right? So my friend,
So you're just a juggalo.
A virgin.
No, we're still literally
Wait,
still
are there-
describing incels.
Are there 72 of you guys?
okay, so this is what like so my friend, he saw this girl and
Is he a virgin?
yeah.
Hey, just so we can differentiate, we'll call him Virgin Number 1.
Every
Yeah, okay.
time they get
Virgin number
together,
one,
they walk
actually-
around in a pack with a big boombox that just plays like a virgin. The
Do you
entire
guys?
Every meeting
No,
that
no.
somebody stops showing up for, they just get really sad. Whoa, we lost another one today.
If one of your friends has sex, do you like kick him out of your friend group?
You're
none of,
describing incels, Jeff.
I know.
not a single one of my friends have had sex. Not a single one. Or actually, no, except that one dude. Yeah.
He's no longer with them.
No,
I don't remember.
it's okay.
I don't remember his name. We haven't seen Jim in years.
Our dear
haven't
departed
seen-
buddy Jim. He wasn't long for this world.
Not since he started having sex.
It's really true what they say. Jim had sex once, and then he died after that bus ran over him.
All right, so tell us about your virgin
so-
friends.
Alright, so this dude, he was talking to this girl, and he asked her, okay, what do you have any like socials, right? Then she says, oh, I just have like Snapchat. And then
He-
so
Did you try to sell him her Snapchat premium?
no. So okay, right at that moment, my friend he didn't have Snapchat, so he's like instantly downloaded it.
Sam.
Yeah. So then like she was the only one that like that was added to him. So my friend had the bright idea to make her talk to him. He was gonna post depressing
This is
anime
sounding-
quotes.
Oh my
So,
god.
like-
so
What?
much
Hold
more
on.
thought.
Say that again, please.
So okay, my friend to make
He was
the girl
just communicating with her purely in depressing Eminem quotes.
No,
Anime.
What a
Anime
fucking
quotes.
stan.
Anime, got it.
Yeah, so like it was just anime quotes constantly.
Oh god.
Then like someday, she went to him and like she was like, "Hey, you doing okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am."
This is catfishing. What your friend is doing is catfishing.
No, what he's doing is making her think he's suicidal.
That's way. That's
You're
you
right.
know.
It's way
And then they
worse.
got to the point that they almost like hold hands, but they didn't. So, my friend, he
Oh my
kept on.
God.
he
Your
kept on
friend's
post-
going down a path of no longer being friends with you. Hand holding immediately leads to sex.
This is the slippery slope your friend's on, man. You need to get him
Okay,
back
so-
on the right track.
He kept on posting the sad anime quotes, and then one day, the girl looked up the quote, and then it showed the like anime where it was from, and she took a.
Oh,
screenshot
tell
of
me it was a fucking yaoi.
It was definitely a hentai.
I don't know which one it was from, but like,
Yeah, you
okay,
do.
so she sent the screenshot of like the Google search to him, and she was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" And then
It's
that's
like
when it
Light
just-
from Death Note, and he's just like trying to be an aspiring like serial killer.
Hold on.
That's just-
So was he saying these things from this anime like it was something like legit, like he's some deep sad boy, and he's
Yeah.
just what a fucking bitch.
I just came up
Does
with. I'm
the
gonna just start
girl
quoting the
like
shittiest
anime at
parts of
all?
anime.
I don't know at all. Well, okay, she didn't know where the lines were from, so I
Which
guess
means
not.
one of her friends saw the quotes and was like, "Wait a minute, That sounds like a Naruto quote or something.
I'm gonna start just quoting like the worst lines from
Boruto
anime.
said that in episode 3.
Like that bit from Death Note where he's talking about his in-depth plan on how he's gonna eat a chip to make it look like he's not writing in the Death Note. I'm just gonna start quoting shit like that, just to see what all of my non-incel friends think about it.
Oh man.
So they're not together anymore then.
See,
No,
wait,
they
but
were never
Mark,
a
you're
thing.
gonna do that, and no one's gonna respond because no one's gonna give a shit or think it's out of the ordinary for you.
That's pretty valid. That's not inaccurate.
All right,
My
so
life
dude
is
is
so depressing.
so anime lover lost his lady.
Oh, also, okay, this is it doesn't have to do with getting a girl, but it's still
How
part of
old
like
is
the
this
same.
guy?
He's the same age as me, or maybe like a year
30.
younger.
He's 37.
J Squares, do you think holding hands is that big of a deal?
No, not really.
Okay, thank God.
This is
Shit.
coming from a guy that tried to hire a hooker.
He definitely skipped a couple of steps there, man. I mean,
Oh,
I can't hold somebody's hands until I fuck a hooker, so that way it's not awkward. I gotta be less virgin-y, otherwise who's gonna want to hold these sweaty
No.
palms?
Like,
the
have
hooker
you
holds
seen
out her hand.
If I'm a
pull him into bed,
virgin
he's
and I
like,
hold
"Oh,
her
no, I don't
hand,
hold that hand."
what if I come?
Well-
What if I come?
What was that movie with Jared Leto where like the dude's like, I am the god of fuck.
Oh, that was Suicide Squad.
No. It was
No,
War?
that's no.
No, Brandon,
It's-
it was
it's fucking
definitely
American-
Suicide
that's-
Squad.
That's American Psycho.
Brandon, that
No,
was
no, no, no,
definitely,
That was-
definitely
It
Suicide
had Jake
Squad.
Gyllenhaal
Jared-
in it.
Oh, Spider-Man: Far From Home.
No, like they were on a road trip
Prince of
because
Persia.
The Jared Leto was like this poo boy and he fucked this dude's
Oh,
wife.
oh, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
No, bro, what's that movie? Hold up, I'm IMDbing this right now.
Oh, B movie.
Was it
Do you like jazz?
Dallas Buyers Club?
Boxcar
Seeing
Kids.
Every movie. Hold up.
Urban Legends.
Friday the Nightmare 13.
So I married an ex-murderer.
The music video for The Kill, Bury Me.
The Sound of Music.
What was that movie? Because the dude was like the god of fuck. Like,
Morbius.
Morbius. Matrix.
hold up. Oh, okay. Just a movie.
Blade Runner 2049.
Superhero movie.
Underrated.
The one with-
Yeah. The movie is called Highway.
I have never heard of this movie.
Walk Hard. The Ballad of Dewey Cox.
That movie is fantastic, by the way. I really
Get
want
out
all
of here,
of us
Dewey.
to watch it.
You don't want this shit.
And you never
Oh my
paid for
God.
drugs. Not once.
Guys, there's an even better connection that we totally didn't catch between Dewey Cox and... Remember the song that's the Devil's music? I want to hold your hand.
Yeah.
It's the Devil's music. That's why his buddy was so nervous about holding her hand.
Oh. I see the connection. That was a good connection you made there, Jet Jaguar. That was a really good one.
There you go, J Squares.
What was really awkward is he went to go hold her hand, but he tried to hold it like he was gripping his penis, and it was real awkward.
He started
He went to
slow
hold
jerking
her
her
hand
thumb. It
and,
was really awkward.
He went to hold her hand and he accidentally punched a baby.
What the fuck, man?
He was really bad at holding hands.
Jesus fucking Christ, that got dark. I want to hold your head. Oh no, there's a baby's face right there. I can't stop my hand.
I'm imagining
baby
him
faces
going
by
to
hand
reach.
holdings.
I'm imagining him going to reach for her hand, and he's literally pouring buckets of sweat down his forehead, like from Airplane.
Oh, God.
J
Just the
Square's friend,
the
I know
worst
he
case
won't
of-
say your name, but
Yes.
we respect you so much for trying.
I don't.
I don't.
Not at all.
I'll make sure I edit it so it sounds like they do too.
Oh, that's just so...
I mean,
Pathetic.
I remember being around that age and being awkward around girls, so it's okay.
Yeah, we were
Dude,
all fucking awkward. Everybody's fucking awkward.
None
But
of us were send random anime quotes awkward.
and then
Oh, I
say it
was.
like it's theirs.
Oh, I was absolutely.
You're
you
not
guys,
a
you guys
good.
grew up in a different generation, really. You guys didn't grow up with like
No
Snapchat.
shit.
We did too grow up with Snapchat.
Shit,
No.
like,
Okay, Jeff, you're the outlier.
Hold on.
I barely grew up with the internet.
Hold on. We did not grow up with Snapchat. Like, Snapchat just came into existence, and one day we were like, this is cool.
Oh yeah, you're right. I thought it came out way earlier. It came out in 2011.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I fucking grew up with AIM.
yeah.
Jeff grew up
Same.
with dial-up.
Yeah, literally, I did.
I grew up. Do you guys remember those like services that you could text the number a question? Like back before the internet was available on phones, you would text them a question and then somebody on the other end would respond with the answer.
No, but I do remember when texting became a thing.
Holy fuck, you're old.
I remember when you had to pay per message.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember back when it was called a pound sign. J Squares, please tell me.
I fucking remember going to
text anime
airports
lines for
before
girls.
9/11.
Dude,
Holy
I
shit,
remember
J
how.
Squares. Is there a friend or was this a story about you?
no, this was a friend. Like,
No, this is how he tried to get that hooker to like him.
Please tell me you were sending this hooker just random anime quotes.
no.
Let's be honest, with J Squares it'd be random wrestling quotes.
Do you smell it? Smell what? What the Rock is cooking.
His
Oh my
opening
God.
line on dating apps.
Where
is
he went
said-
too far is when he started quoting John Cena and was like, "You can't see me," and shit. That's when the cartel had to get involved.
Well, the real weird part was his
That's
opening on the
loyalty,
dating apps.
respect.
He just sends them John 3:16.
have you guys ever heard that there was this prank call that I watched this compilation of? It was this guy that kept calling this woman at her house for a John Cena like
Yeah.
wrestling
Yeah.
ad.
Oh yeah.
I shit myself laughing.
Hello?
And goodbye to anyone standing in John Cena's way when he takes on 6 men in a steel cage shoots and ladders match.
Sir, you guys just called me, and as I mentioned before, we're not ordering this, so please stop calling my house. Thank you and goodbye. Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Champ?
Who is Champ?
That question will be answered this Sunday night. John Cena defends the belt.
Listen,
And WWE Super Slam.
Hey, sir? Hello?
I'm watching you.
Excuse me?
That's exactly what The Undertaker told John Cena. But will he be able to take the belt from the mightiest champion in WWE history, John
Before I
Cena?
whack you down and ask you to understand, I know you are John Cena crazy. No super motherfucking slam is happening in this house.
Good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask, are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena. He's gonna get in the ring and put boots to asses this
Are you
weekend.
kidding?
The Schwarzenegger one's my favorite.
I don't know the Schwarzenegger one.
It's
One
someone
of
just
my-
got a bunch of Schwarzenegger sound bites, called a random person, and just talked like Schwarzenegger.
So my buddy Jonathan and I would absolutely do this all the time in like junior high and high school. We would get on E-Bombs World and get the soundboards.
Holy shit! I
and
forgot
just
about E-Bombs
troll
World.
and just troll the shit out of people. But one of my favorite little like prank call things was the ones that they would do on the Howard Stern show, where
Oh.
it would sound like the phone was cutting out and it was saying horrible things.
So, you guys know those fucking terrible bastard scammers that call you from time to time?
Yeah.
About like your car insurance expired or something.
It's my
It
extended
appears that
warranty.
your social
Stupid.
security number has been compromised. Please,
Yeah.
Please
So-
say it to us.
I got one the other day, and I answered the phone, And the guy had a very thick accent. I'm not going to do an accent for it. No, anyway. So this guy calls up and he's like, "Hey, this is Jeremy," and I'm like, "You're definitely not named Jeremy."
Jeremy?
What?
Why, he didn't sound like a Jeremy?
And he's like, we noticed that your homeowner's insurance is ending soon. And I'm like, "Oh no, really?" He's like, "Yeah, we want to make sure that we can get it updated for you." And I was like, "Oh gosh, that'd be swell." And he's like, "Great. Now just to confirm, are you the homeowner?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a homosexual." At which point he stops and says, "Hey man, what are you trying to do here?" And then hung up the phone. And I was just like, "Is that all I have to do to get taken off their call list?" Because I have not received a call from any scammers for about 2 weeks since that event happened.
And there was a time I was getting them probably once a day.
Oh, but there was a point I was getting them like 3 or 4 times a day. It's been nuts. But yeah, apparently just tell the guy that you're a homosexual and they'll leave you alone.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but like part of the whole thing with cell phones, like one of the big things was supposed to be that people couldn't sell your number. Like that was supposed to be one of the big draws. So I don't know what that.
Right, that's why they called it a cell phone.
Yeah. What? I hate everything about it.
He just blindly agreed with that, and that's the best part.
God damn it. And that's why we keep calling you racist. Because one day it'll slip through.
Oh, that was funny. I'm sorry, bud. Yeah, they definitely that God. You remember when caller ID was at first a thing, and like everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, now I know who's calling me." I'm like, I mean,
you remember when you had to pay for it? Because that was like the big selling point. Like, ooh.
Welcome to our home. We have, as you can see, caller ID and an answering machine. Oh.
I always love when you get that person that they just pick up the phone and be like, "Hi, Joshua. How'd you know it was me?" I have caller ID.
Wouldn't you like to know, you poor bastard?
Do you remember what's the fucking movie? Hot Tub Time Machine?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Guess where I'm calling you from? A mountain. That movie's so bad. And
I don't remember anything about Hot Tub Time Machine other than the fact
give it a rewatch. It's
the only time I've watched it while I was in a hookah bar and it was on in the background.
Dude, it's good. I really it's so funny to me.
I just remember the part where he's like, "Oh my God, I'm his fucking father." That's all I remember from the movie.
I mean, one of the quotes in the movie basically describes Mark really well.
Shit.
It's like he's an asshole, but he's our asshole.
I don't want to be any of y'all's asshole.
That's not true.
Jeff,
Don't
I'm not
lie.
entirely sure that you wipe, so...
We've had discussions on how we specifically wipe. Like, we've had discussions on our technique.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
It was a good episode.
God, man, I've edited almost 100 episodes, so I think I'm allowed to forget 1 or 2 from here or there.
Nope, not allowed.
Plus, over 100 game episodes and stuff. So I think I'm allowed.
I mean, a good editor wouldn't forget. Oh, I'm such a prick.
Jesus.
You know what's really good for helping retain memories and shit? And also cleansing your colon at the same time?
Edibles?
Get yourself a bag of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears.
We've talked about that before, right?
Trying to get that sponsorship. Jesus.
Hey, you know what else is great for clearing your colon out and also making you feel like you want to die? Get you some Arby's. They have the meat shits.
And you're going to get the sweats, too.
Oh, jeez, I've had the meat sweats for about 6 weeks.
It's like, Mark, you are a meat sweat.
Look, man, this meat sweat went to the gym today, so I'm feeling pretty fucking good.